Hey everyone, Slayer here to introduce Nasty and Friends from BDC Studios, a podcast where two friends who met in the Army Reserves get together and talk about shit. One's a firefighter and the other has a funny laugh. So sit back, get rid of your kids, and hold on to your because it's about to get nasty, friends.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends with Pagnasty and Spicy Motherfucking Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nasty and Friends podcast. This is episode 47, and I am Spicy Motherfucking Brown. Here I'm with, as always, my main dude, Pagnasty.
I'm glad you invited me this episode. It's been a while.
What's up, homie?
No, it's glad to be back, man. I'm fucking, we love podcasting. We were talking about that, last night and shit. So, just glad to be back.
Dude, we're doing it. It's episode 47. This is season 3, ladies and gentlemen. We out here.
New season, same bullshit.
Yeah, we out here. We're in BDC Studios. In the background, we have YouTube playing, and we have the best of planet Earth clips. So hopefully we see a lot of jungles, deserts, the ocean, shit like that. Some nature, some animals.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah, and we are. I don't know the proper term. I was gonna say we are Zima-ing it up.
Yeah.
But that didn't sound right, like in my head. It definitely didn't sound right coming out of my mouth. So, but we are drinking Zimas. So they're probably about halfway done. And I know we just started the podcast. Why don't you go ahead and tell them why they're halfway done already, Spicy?
all right, so we're still all about that Zima life.
Yeah.
If you guys listened to the last few episodes, I bought a 6-pack of Zima for the podcast. I did not tell Pagnasty. Pagnasty shows up to BDC Studios. He also has a 6-pack of Zima, so it just worked out perfect.
Yeah.
That first day, we each cracked open one Zima. It's not good. Well, it's not good at all.
I was gonna say, don't get it twisted. We're drinking it. We're about that life, but it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. Like, there's nothing really good about it. A friend of mine, his wife, Deanna, said, well, tell him to put some Jolly Ranchers in there. So we just happened to cross a bowl of Jolly Ranchers in a store, pocketed a few of them. So the next day, or that day, we did a couple more Zimas, this time with the Jolly Ranchers, and it changed the game.
Yeah, a game changer for sure.
It still wasn't great.
No.
But it was a lot better. So we did that. What was funny about that was it still took you and Tower like over an hour to finish yours.
Yeah.
And then what was even funnier was after I wrote down the time. Mm-hmm. It was like an hour and 26 minutes into the podcast. Tower finished his Zima. Shouts out Tower. And then he cracked open another Zima, which I thought was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, does he like this? Does he like it or what?
We're just starting to question having them on and shit like that at that point, I think.
He cracks open the second Zima. I think he said something too.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
Are you doing another one? Something like that.
You sick fuck.
So today, we still have Zima, but we don't have any Jolly Ranchers. So I carry the Pedialyte packets because I like to stay hydrated, So I brought down an apple packet of Pedialyte, the off-brand, and I popped the top on the Zimas, and I poured some of the powder into the Zimas, and it was a chemical reaction that we weren't expecting.
Not at all.
It was like dropping Alka-Seltzer in like a Coca-Cola. It was like the same.
The Mentos and the Diet Coke.
The Mentos and the Diet Coke. So then I'm fucking chugging.
Yeah.
The Zima, so it was more foam than anything.
Yeah, well, it was funny. So I was recording. We were jamming out as we always do pre-podcast, and we were shouts out Krayshaw, and we were jamming to Bumpin'. And I was like recording it because I was gonna send it to a couple people, and I look over and your Zima's just fucking going crazy. You're drinking it, and you're like handing mine. I was like, well, that's fucking weird. And as soon as I grab it, I look down, mine just starts fucking exploding. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch! Yeah. And then I couldn't even like keep it down. There's so much carbonation and shit, and then. So that's why we're half done with them already. Yeah. So it'll probably still take me the full hour or whatever to drink them. But that's where our lives are at right now. That's where we're at right now.
Drinking Zima and Pedialyte. it's I don't know if it's as good as with the Jolly Rancher, but it's still better than just solo Zima.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, I poured some of the powder in each, and then the one I did first, which was yours, started reacting. So then I just drank yours, and then I looked over at mine. And I'm like, it's about to start doing the same thing. Then I'm like trying to hand it to you. But yeah, dude, that was pretty funny.
There's a way to start off right before a podcast. So
Yeah, and it's
get
the
that blood flowing.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, it's morning, 100%.
It is morning time, ladies and gentlemen. So,
but as you stated, you are professional, so
Yes.
I expect nothing less.
Roger that. Looking over at the TV, these fucking tigers or leopards are attacking a giant ostrich and they're murdering it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that thing looks fucking huge.
Yeah, I think it's an emu.
Oh, that could be, man.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just
It could be.
yeah. Fucking Mother Nature's a scary place, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, dude. So yeah, we're episode 47. We're doing it. We're in BDC Studios. I want to get into some comedy.
Yeah.
Some like movies, TV shows, shit like that. And then I'd like to talk about working out a little bit. Just if we're working out, I'd like or not. But yeah,
I mean, I could talk about it.
yeah, we could talk about that because we don't talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
And then
well, there's reasons why.
yeah. And then there's a story I want to get out of you, and and then we could just see where it goes. But are you watching anything on Netflix right now?
Yes. Well, as we've talked about over the, I don't know how many different podcasts or how long podcasts go, I'm going through The Office. So I'm still with that. A lot of my shows that I watch on regular TV are coming to the season end. So I'm hopefully going to finish that within the next month is my goal. I have like maybe 4 or 5 episodes left in season 8, and there's only 9 seasons. So hopefully I can blow through that. So I'm pretty excited to finish it.
Yeah, dude.
Like I'm excited, but I'm not. I'm definitely going to get a hardcore show hole.
Yeah.
You know, as
Absolutely.
we talked, because it's a fucking phenomenal. I mean, and I know I'm like super late to the game. As I've said before, a million people have been talking about it, but it is a fantastic show. And it does, like, it's not obviously as good, spoiler alert for people like when Michael Scott left, but it's still good. Like, I am enjoying the fuck out of season 8. It's been cracking my shit up. But everybody else has stayed on the show for the most part. And what I like about it, and you don't see it a lot, even if somebody came in from like season 1 or 2, if they're back in like in the much later seasons 6, 7, it's the same person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love that they bring the people back like that. And you don't see that often, I feel. And so that's great. But I'm loving that. So that's what I'm watching on Netflix now currently. And then I know once that's done, I told you I decided I'm going to jump into The Wire, because I've always heard anytime people bring up best shows of all time, it's, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, and a lot of people say The Wire.
Okay.
And so I think there's only 5 seasons of that.
I think you're right,
I think it's an hour-long show, so that'll take me a while to get through, but I'm really fucking pumped about that. So,
And dude, I've watched some of The Wire. I watched the full
that's not on Netflix. That's on HBO.
Right, that's on HBO.
Yeah, I have HBO Go, so that's what I'll watch that through.
Yeah, I watched the whole season. I can't remember if it was season 3. I think it was the one that was they were talking about. It was with the schools. They were heavily involved with the school.
Okay.
I want to say the creator or one of the creators was a Baltimore cop. And I don't know if you
because it's based in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
About Baltimore cops and like whether they're good, bad, dirty, in between type stuff, right?
Yeah, and then they get another.
Yeah.
I guess each season focuses on something different. But and I think he became a teacher or something like that. But yeah, it's a great show, and that's one I could start from the beginning because I didn't watch the first or second season of that. And I got HBO now. Shouts out Spencer. So yeah, dude.
Yeah, so I'm pumped, and like he the degenerate, he might say that I think when I started up, because I can't remember if he has either not seen it or it's been so long, I can't remember which one, but he might start it up just to get through it again as well. So that, and what else? Just, obviously, I know we're gonna get into, but a lot of comedy. I'm trying to think. I put some other stuff that I've just come across in my queue. I can't remember the name of this show that I saw, and I read the description, and it seems pretty cool. I think it's kind of like the end of the world type of thing as well. Okay. So I put that in my queue to watch. It's like The Rain or something like that. Okay. I don't know, something weird like that. But there's a list. Like we're talking, I haven't seen Mindhunters yet, so eventually I'll get to all of these. And the best part is a lot of that are like Netflix originals, so I don't think they'll ever come off of Netflix. Hopefully, so I would assume that they'll probably never take away The Office from Netflix, because I bet there's, at any given point, there's still millions of people like rewatching it, and stuff like that. No, so
I think they have contracts, because look at Always Sunny.
Yeah,
they took Always Sunny off of Netflix, and I know people complained. Yeah, and they said it was part of the contract. They'll eventually get it back, but that's just the way it goes.
How fucking pissed I'll be if they take it off before like finish it. Oh my god,
that'd be a nightmare.
But I know people who have the DVDs. I'm sure that I can get, or I would just buy just like the last season or whatever if I had to. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really pumped just to see how that plays out. And I know you find out stuff that you've been wondering all season. And the way that they run the show, I know they'll wrap everything up. I would at least assume that everything gets wrapped up in a nice little bow or whatever. If you have any outstanding questions, so. Pretty pumped about that. I don't remember when Luke Cage comes out, but we watch all the the superheroes like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and all of that. So I know he has one coming out sometime this summer, I believe, that we'll jump into. I watched that with JPEG. So, but yeah, I mean that's the only thing. What about yourself?
I watch a lot of. I watch Netflix. I watch a lot of true crime stuff. So I'll watch like Dateline, 48 Hours on the apps. And then on Netflix, on Netflix, I did watch Mindhunters because I like that true crime. That's an actual show, but it's based on true shit about FBI profilers and serial killers and how they started tracking them and profiling. I watched the Chosen Battle documentary that I talked about in a previous podcast, where it's about the battle at the Chosen Reservoir in 1950 in the Korean War. That's solid. If you like history, if you like war history, check that out. That's really good documentary. I watched Evil Genius is the last one I watched, and that one is really fucking good.
Is that a series or a movie?
It's a 4-part documentary
about
the bank robbery in Erie, Pennsylvania.
I don't even think I know of it.
So it's actually this thing happened. I'll talk a little bit about it, but they actually made a movie about it, 30 minutes or less.
Oh shit.
Are you familiar with that one?
Oh
shit, 30 minutes or less. It's solid, dude.
Yeah.
Aziz Ansari, Danny McBride, and god damn it, I can't think of his name.
Is it like a comedy or is it?
It's a comedy, but it's based off a horrible story.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think his name is Jesse, but the dude from Zombieland, and I think he plays Mark Zuckerberg.
Jesse Eisenberg?
Eisenberg, yeah. He's in it. So I didn't know that was even based on a true story.
Oh, okay.
So these people allegedly kidnapped a pizza delivery guy, strapped a bomb to him, made him rob a bank.
I do know the movie that you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't know that was based on real something. So, as soon as you said that, I haven't seen it, but I know the movie you're talking about.
Solid movie.
Okay.
Solid movie.
Is that on the flicks?
No, it's not. After we watched that at work. After we watched that Evil Genius, we tried to find 30 minutes or less. We were unable to find it on anything on cable. So, but so this guy robs the bank, comes out, and this device is strapped to his chest with a lock, like Jigsaw from the Saw style, around his neck.
Damn.
There's instructions on. He's supposed to do like a scavenger hunt thing to get the keys to unlock it. So it's like 4 key locks in it.
Okay.
That you need to disable, and then the bomb has.
Sounds interesting as fuck.
You could be remote detonated. It has a phone in it.
Yeah.
It's got 2 timers in it. It's like a pretty sophisticated bomb, and it's got instructions saying don't tamper with this. We have multiple. What is it? Red. I can't remember.
Like tripwires type stuff.
Yeah, tripwires, and I can't. There's a name for it. Doesn't matter. But things that are there just they don't even function. But
right.
So
like decoys.
Kind of like a decoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the guy ends up dying.
Oh, spoiler alert!
The bomb goes off, and they cover this in the first. It's like a 4-part series. Each episode's 45 minutes, but they cover that right off the bat.
Oh, okay.
They show them blowing up. It's pretty fucked up.
Jesus.
And then they go into the case of why or what happened, and I'm not going to give anything away on that. It's solid. If you like documentaries, if you like true crime stuff, this is a fucked up show.
Yeah, what was the name of it
Evil
again?
Genius.
Evil Genius.
And that's on the Netflix.
Okay.
I watched on HBO. I watched an old show. It was 3 parts. It took me forever to watch this. It's called Paradise Lost, and it's about the Memphis 3.
Okay.
In West Memphis, is it Arkansas? West Memphis. I think Arkansas. There's 3 teenagers that were suspected of killing like 3 8-year-old boys, cutting off dicks, and what happened was the community said it was these guys because they listened to heavy metal music. They called them devil worshippers because they wore in black, but they didn't have any evidence on them.
Okay.
They got a confession out of one of them, but they say the confession was
Like Brandon Dassey?
Like who?
Brandon Dassey, the guy from Making a Murderer.
Oh yeah, yep. It was the same thing. Like this kid was 16 or so. He had a real low IQ, wasn't smart. They had him in the interrogation room for 12 hours, and then they started recording him 12 hours in.
Of course.
And he's confessing, but like his times aren't right, and they kind of lead him into, no, it wasn't. Was you sure it was during the day or was it dark out?
Right.
Oh yeah, it was.
That sounds exactly like what happened.
So like it got real popular with musicians and actors, and so then they did one of those right during the trial. Did one a couple years later, and then 20 years later, they do another documentary on the Memphis Reeds. That was pretty good. Other than that, man, I watched like on Dateline. I think it was Dateline. They had a special on Meek Mills. That was real solid.
Yeah.
His story and how he was on probation for like
10 years. Yeah, it's 10 years. And it's just like, that's the thing. It's, I've heard some people talk about it, and like the reason why a lot of, and they do that just for like a lot of like black people like that come through, and like kids and stuff. And I don't know if it's in hope that they don't do anything, but like I think like Meek Mills, like it shows him doing like a wheelie on like a motorcycle or something, and that's like a weird part of him breaking probation. It's like, no, if you put anybody on probation for 10 years, you're gonna just break it like unintentionally, just not knowing. That's a fucking long time.
Right. So his whole thing is, he got lucky. He's friends with 76ers like owner. Yeah. He's got a lot of connections. He's got money. So even then he was kind of railroaded, but he finally got the help he needed and got out. So his thing now is he's going to be the voice for people who don't have a voice.
Right. Which is fucking awesome.
Which is awesome. And he did a great interview, and he talked a lot about the case, his original arrest, why it's fucked up. And he had a shitty judge. He had a shitty probation officer that he said he lived in Philly, a block away from the bridge, the river. Mm-hmm. His kid went to school in New Jersey, like a walking distance. His mom lived in New Jersey. Every time he went to pick up his kid from school, he's like, "Hey, can I go?" And he'd have to get permission, and just weird shit. And I don't know. That was pretty solid. And then shit, what else, man? I've been watching Band of Brothers again.
Yeah.
Because that's something I've seen a bunch before, and I just have that on in the background.
Right.
Because if I'm watching something like a show, I have to sit there and watch it, especially like something like Evil Genius or something like that. You got to watch all that.
Yeah, you don't want to miss anything, yeah.
So, and a lot of times I'm cooking, grilling, doing stuff around the house, doing laundry. I can have something like that on in the background and kind of watch it, but I don't need to pause it.
The soothing sound of war in the background.
Screams and gunshots. Nice. It relaxes me.
Yeah.
And shit, I'm sure there's more. If I think about them, I'll shout them out. But I have not watched that much stand up, and I know you have. So I'd like to see.
Yeah. I've been going through that, and I do want to say before we get into that, I've been watching Gotham just ended. Okay. Like I guess when this comes out, it'd be like 4 or 5 weeks ago. But I'm telling you, man, I gotta give them shouts out, because that is, I would say, the best show on TV, like no joke.
Oh, shit, huh?
Like I don't know another show that was bad. I mean, it started off really good, and then it was bad for a couple of seasons. Okay. I mean, I just because I love Batman so much, I would never give up on it. But like I know, like our buddy Fox, he gave Justin from Twitter, he gave up on it. I don't think he watches it anymore. The Degenerate, he almost gave up on it. Shit. But it turned around, and it is the best show on TV, and I don't even honestly think there's a close second. It is that fucking good. Huh. And we didn't know if it was gonna get re-upped for season 5, but they finally announced it, and they're giving 13 episodes for a final season, which is great because that 13 episodes puts them in syndication, which is great. Which, if you don't know, if a show goes, I think it's 100 episodes, you get syndicated, and then you can sell that show to like re-air and stuff, and it's great for all them actors. They get repaid on that shit, and I absolutely love that. But this season is by far the best season of the whole series, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. If you don't know what it is, Gotham, it's about Jim Gordon before he became commissioner. Okay. So it's like when he's like a detective, and then obviously Bruce Wayne's in it, but then you get to see there's like penguins in it, and they got weird licensing stuff. So like the Joker's in it, but they can't say the Joker because they don't have the rights. Oh, gotcha. And they'll use like like Selena Kyle, who is Catwoman, like she's in it,
Ew.
and they have like, I mean, everybody, and they like rotate in and out throughout the series. I mean, it's a Fox show, so they get away. I mean, and I also love it because they can get away with more. So they'll show like fucking headshot kills, and they show people get decapitated, which I do because it is Batman, so it's a little bit darker. If it was like on the CW, there's no way they can get away with that.
Right.
So, but it is a phenomenal show. I mean, I'm happy that we got an ending, the 13 episodes, but I just wanted to keep going because I don't know if they made writing changes. I don't know what they did. And I can't think of the guy's full name. His first name's Cameron and it starts with an M, but the guy who plays Jeremiah Jerome, the quote unquote Joker character, in the show, he is absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like I honestly think he is the reason why that show is as good as it is. And I hope, I always said from even before when I knew it was going to come out, like episode 1, I always said if they can end the show how they want, I feel the very last scene will be when like maybe like in the future when Jim Gordon and Batman meet up for the first time, you know, you may not actually see Batman, you know, but I think, you know, you'll know it is. And I think that's how they'll end it. I don't know if that's true. I hope that's how it really ends. Cause like I said, I've been calling that shit since day one. So, but I mean, I just get fucking pumped. It's on, what was it? Thursdays, I think. Yeah, Thursdays, but it's, fucking phenomenal. So yeah, they, at least, like I said, they gave them to get into syndication and to end it. And the way that this last season ended, fuck, it's gonna be. I hope it's just nonstop, just action, fire, you know, balls to the wall. Let's finish this right.
Yeah, dude.
Finish this right. So
yeah, keep me posted on that.
Yeah,
I've heard people talk about that. I don't watch. I do more shows than like documentaries and stuff than I do like actual series of like and Camus wants to watch like series of shows and I'm like I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm scared.
It's a big time commitment for sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean it's great. Again, I mean it's superhero stuff, so you're gonna have like the corny stuff. You're like, why would they do that? And like I said, I don't know another series in the history of Everdom that was good and went horribly bad and then came back be like as fucking powerful as they are. So shouts out Powerful Gotham. But yeah, comedy, I've been as always, I try to watch a lot of comedy. A lot of comedy's been dropping. Dude, Netflix is not fucking around. And you can't keep up, man. It's hard. Sometimes like I'll put something on my queue like the Natasha Lazaro and Moshe Kasher. I had it in my queue for a while, then I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna end up watching it, so I took it out. Eventually, maybe I'll get to it. But both of them are great. It's not that I have anything against them. There's just other people that I enjoy better or more often. But I got through season 2 of the stand-ups where they're all like that, half hour, and those were pretty great. I think it's Kyle Kinane. He has
that motherfucker's funny.
Dude, he has a great take in that his half hour about the Ku Klux Klan. And the angle that he talks about it was fucking phenomenal. So you should watch that. Brent Morin fucking kills in that season. Like his half hour is great. I love his style. So, but I tend to like favor. I love stories. So comics that are like really story based, and I love a long story. I can listen to like a 20-minute story. So a lot of times they go out and then they come back. Like that's my favorite type of comedy. I appreciate all comedy. Like I've said it before, but I've seen Carrot Top live, and it may be one of the funniest comedians that I've seen in person. Like I had such a headache from laughing so hard. So I do like all of it, but for me, stories are like my favorites. So so I would go through that. And it's kind of hard. It is a little bit weird setup. So for that, if you don't know the stand-ups, there's 2 seasons, and I think they have 6 people, and each of them are half hour. So usually when I watch, I'll sit down, I'll watch like at least 2. I try like 1 to 2 at a time, and it's weird because it always takes me the first 10 minutes. I try not to make any judgments because you have to get used to that person's style. I agree. So there was like I can't remember her name. Angela something that she's in season 2, and at first I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like her, but then when I realized like her shtick, for the lack of a better word, or her style, I got into it after that first 10 minutes. I was like, oh yeah, she's a killer, man. She was fucking she's phenomenal as well. And I was the same way. Like Kevin James, he came out with a new one that's on Netflix. Is that pretty good? It's good. You could tell he hasn't done stand-up in a while, but I mean, some of his deliveries, just the way he delivered a line would fucking, I almost pissed myself a couple of times because Kevin James is Kevin James on stage. So, again, you could tell he's a little bit rusty, but it's worth your time. But again, it took me 10, 15 minutes to get into his style, type of stuff again. So yeah, it was really great. Who else have I watched? Ali Wong, she came out with her new one, Hard Knock Wife, which is really good. It came out on Mother's Day. She's pregnant again, which I thought she was gonna address it. She didn't address it once, which I actually like that she didn't address it.
That's
but
great.
Talk about people who give absolutely zero fucks, and I won't tell you why, because I know you haven't seen it yet.
No, not yet.
It's worth it. Her first one's better, in my opinion. But in her stand-up in that one, she said she hasn't been doing it, obviously, like having the kid last year. I mean, and it came out, her first one, Baby Cobra, came out Mother's Day of 2017. So then 2018, she dropped a new one. If you're not on stage, you're not really doing that material, you're going to see a little fall off. Yeah. I mean, even with that said, it's still fire 100%. Like, I still get, again, if you remember my Netflix, I can still do stars on my TV because it hasn't been updated yet. So I still gave it 5 stars because I loved it. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
So it's really good. And like I said, some of the shit that she does and says I absolutely love it. And it's great seeing it come from her. Yeah. Just her, like the way that she just looks. And the fact that she's like pregnant, I think, gives it even a more zero fucks, type of thing. So great. John Mulaney, I mean, he always kills. Yeah. He was really good. He has some great stories in his. I think those are the most recent ones that I've watched. Have you watched anybody as of recent?
No, I watched John Mulaney and he murdered it. I might watch that one again because I was doing stuff. That was the same day I was putting together like the hammock. I was putting that together. Okay. I was putting together this hose reel for the garden hose outside. And it's like we got a little like case that you reel in. Yeah,
because I had texted you and asked how it was, and you said it was fire.
Great.
Yeah.
So I was watching it, but I was putting stuff together and shit, and so I think I caught it all, but wasn't watching the screen the whole time. Yeah. I'll probably go back and watch that one. Ali Wong's been on my watch list for a long time. I think it's hilarious that you still have the star system on Netflix.
Yeah.
So there's people.
Yeah. It's just because, like I said, my TV's old. I just hasn't updated yet. So
there's probably some fuck at Netflix, like looking at and it's like, oh, Ali Wong's got 10,000 thumbs up and. Somebody gave her 5 stars.
Yeah, but who did this? But it's weird because I'll go into something and I'll watch it and I can tell there's still people who have it because something will have like 4 stars, and then it'll have like just under 4 stars or just above. So it's still adjusting. I haven't even rated it yet. So like, there's still people out there, the outliers like myself, that get the good system. I'll be so fucking pissed once they do. I'll be like. Probably tweeting at them once it happens because I know we all know how you feel about it. So, but yeah, I still love that. And anytime I rate something, you're the first person that comes into mind. I legit giggle. I'm like, haha, 4 stars, and I'll be like, he has to give this a thumbs up. You know what I mean? So,
that's a great term, outliers. I love that. I feel like the rest of you guys that are still on there are heroes.
Yeah, not all heroes wear capes, man.
That's right, man.
So yeah, we talked about it before, but I didn't like when YouTube went away from thumbs up, thumbs down. So I'm sure there's business reasons why they do that shit.
Yeah,
but
I don't know, man.
It's insane. Yeah. I mean, I know who else is coming to Netflix. We talked about it I think last podcast, but you got not degenerates, the what's the word? The one with Joe Diaz, Christina P. They're coming out. Yeah. I can't think of the word.
I think it is the degenerates. I thought
maybe. I'm just so used to saying it because. Spencer, that fuck. Yeah. But so they're coming out. I don't even think they've recorded, but people who have recorded. Bert Kreischer, he has his second one coming out on Netflix. Man. That's coming out August, September. Rogan recorded his in April. That's coming out in September. He said. So I know it just takes so long for things to edit and stuff and come out, but I can't wait. I know Rogan has people have been saying like on his podcast that he has a great Weinstein bit, which I know is gonna be a little weird to hear it like in September, and he's just like he just wants to get it out, just drop it, but. So I'm really excited to see, and I know he has a Fox News bit, so that I'm excited to hear about as well. So he's got to be one of the biggest comics,
absolutely,
he had one come out not long ago, but I don't think he's recorded a new one.
Okay.
New one yet, but I know he's still touring and stuff like that. But so I'll probably watch those the day that they come out.
Yeah. And I'll go on YouTube and watch like bits of people stand-ups. I just went back and watched an older Bill Burr special from 2009 or something like that, and I'll get on YouTube and watch like Patrice O'Neal or
they just Elephant in the Room. That full thing is on YouTube now because they took that off Netflix a while ago, and the full thing is on YouTube. I haven't. It's been so long since I've watched it, but yeah, it's on there now. So I definitely want to go back out and rewatch it. So
is that the one where he talks about Americans being like ignorant?
I believe so, but again, it has literally been like years and years since I've seen it. So
that one's a great bit.
Yeah.
It's like even when we travel, you can go to another country and we're all like, "Oh, these fucking foreigners speak English," even outside the country. And he talks about, I think he talks about watching crime shows. Mm-hmm. So he's like, "Dude, I fucking have a receipt. I get receipts everywhere I go.
Yeah,
make sure I have an alibi at all times." And, yeah, that motherfucker was so funny. Rest in peace.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, there's just people who just crush all the time, and you just never know. And there's like, there's a guy who I can't think of his name, but he has a Netflix special. He's like huge in like Paris. Like he can't even walk down the street. I mean, he's like a rock star. And I watched like a clip, like how Netflix will like the trailer of a stand up. And it looks pretty good. I haven't watched it. I want to say it's like Gad or something like that, Sal Gad or something weird, but apparently he's like huge, in the world. So, but yeah, man, I love comedy, and I haven't been to a comedy show in a while. My mom's never been. She said she wants to go, so I told her I'd keep an eye out. And I want to take her to like one that I know she would enjoy. I think she would enjoy everything, but I want it to be like a Josh Wolf or a Bert Kreischer, and that's Josh Wolf has. A stand-up that he's recorded, but he recorded it himself. He hasn't sold it anywhere.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if it's gonna go to Netflix. If it's gonna he might just put it out himself or whatever. But he has really turned it up over the last couple of years, and I've seen him twice now within the last 3 or 4 years, and he's absolutely phenomenal. And he's a great storyteller, and he does a lot of stories. So I really like his style. So whenever his comes out, I'll definitely 100% be hitting that up. But yeah, man, it's a fucking great time for comedy for sure. Like I'll never give up on comedy. I love comedy so much.
Yeah, same here, dude. Do you not? So you don't? Since you got the old version of Netflix, do you not have the autoplay trailer?
Not like the trailer. It will like kind of like click through like clips, but I have seen it here. You've showed it to me and how annoying it is. But I don't even. So I have the 5-star rating. And I don't have the auto clip.
Dude, the auto, I've emailed them, tweeted at them, and they're like, well, we get a lot of complaints on this. Just keep emailing.
They've actually got back to you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Yeah. When was this?
Oh, I can't remember.
I just had a stroke mid-sentence there. I apologize. It's the Zima.
It's the Zima's kicking in. I don't remember. But they said, yeah, there's a lot of complaints on this. We'll take note of your complaint. The more people that complain, the more it'll change things. As of now, there's no way to disable it.
Yeah.
It's way more frustrating even than the thumbs up, thumbs down versus the stars.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I wouldn't mind just like clips, like I said, that show, then they like slide clip, but I mean, you get audio and everything with it, right?
And I don't know why it kills me. I mute the TV, and it's still like, what the fuck? So what happens is if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you're a lucky son of a bitch. But you'll go on Netflix, and then you start scrolling. So you'll scroll to Bill Burr stand up, and within 3 seconds of being on that clip, it starts auto playing the trailer with audio, and it shows the trailer. Then you scroll to the next slide. Within 3 seconds, it starts auto playing a trailer. I like to scroll through Netflix. I don't want to watch the trailer. If I want to watch it, I'll just hit fucking watch trailer. You don't need to autoplay it for me. At least if you have that, have it so you can disable it. I don't know why it's so annoying to me, but it fucking hurts. It hurts me. That's how mad I am. I considered between the thumbs up, thumbs down, 5 stars, getting rid of Netflix, and not being able to disengage the auto trailer, I considered dropping Netflix. But then I kept it. And me and Pags is in the bathroom, but me and Pags talked about it earlier. Like, everybody has Netflix, and it's for good reason. They don't have commercials. They got stand-up on there. They got movies on there. They got whole seasons of shit on there.
Yeah.
I've never talked to anybody and be like, hey, man, you got Netflix? What are you watching? And they're like, oh, I don't have Netflix. Like, everybody in America, I think, has Netflix. And
I love how you're just like, I could get rid of it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It's that annoying.
Yeah, it kills me. And I know, and I got online, and everybody else is saying the same. How do I turn off this bullshit auto play? So now I have to mute it and just ignore the trailer. But at least give it 10 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
You like within 2 seconds it starts. I want to read it. I want to read what the movie's about, maybe, and if I want to watch a trailer.
Yeah, because once the sound kicks in, you're gonna like look over and shit like that. Yeah, that's it. They do it to grab people's attention.
I think so.
Is what they do. Yeah, it's annoying. I do see the thumbs up, thumbs down. Because like I have Netflix, the app on my phone, so if I need to go in and add something to my queue or something, I'll see it, and I'll even give I'll go in to the office and give them a thumbs up, so they got 5 stars and a thumbs up from me.
Yeah.
Just shit like that, but. Yeah, that autoplay just sounds absolutely horrible. I wouldn't like that at all. And I know you've talked about it quite a bit, in podcasts before, but it needs to be brought up because it's funny because when we were selling shirts and stuff, you had made this shirt where it's this, Pagnasty Brown 16 America.
Yeah.
And then I always forget the saying on the back. It says, I busted up laughing because I was having coffee this morning. It says, we'll save America one podcast at a time. So that's what we're out here doing. We're just trying to save America, changing lives. Peeps.
Now we're making it. We're making a difference. We're out here making a difference.
And it's just because I was standing there and I was pouring coffee, I was just sipping on it. I looked, I was like, fucking lie. I always forget that because it's like the only shirt. 'Cause I don't even have one of those shirts.
Oh, no shit.
So, no. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Dude, before you leave today, because I might have 2 of these.
Oh shit.
I'm pretty sure I have 2 of these because one was a test shirt and the other one I bought. But don't right here right now.
Yeah. We'll look at it. But that's fucking. I just love that. I don't know. I'm sure we probably brought it up at least once, but the fact that we haven't done it more because that's what we do. We're changing lives.
Yeah, we're making a difference.
Maybe for the ones and twos of you, but.
Let's see. I love to go to the theater. I haven't been to the movie theater.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a while. We go.
I love how you have to clarify, not that Broadway shit.
Yeah, not the Broadway shit.
We ain't that sophisticated.
No. I like to go to the movie theater Tuesdays at either the Marcus Theater or Alamo. It's $5.
Yeah.
And then we got the card at Marcus Theater, so we get the free. Like, you get tickets online, and you don't have to pay the convenience charge for $2, which I don't even know what the fuck that's about. And then you get free popcorn.
Oh, nice.
And, like, a discount on drinks. So it's $20 for 4 of us to go to the movie theater.
Yeah, dude, and they just been coming out with fire movies, and we're at a point where we can't go because of Grayson.
Yeah.
He's so, he's so little, and I'm not going to hire somebody to come watch him because then that's like what $20 an hour, on top of fucking movies that cost so goddamn much already. We could do like the $5 movies and stuff, but like
Fred.
Yeah, he could watch them. Yeah, for sure. But so we don't like. And said before, like I haven't seen Justice League. I haven't seen Black Panther. I haven't seen any of that. We just don't, have a chance to go to the movies a lot. So that'd be nice when he gets a little bit older to start doing that shit again.
Yeah.
But just wait till shit comes to HBO and whatnot. But that's why I've gotten into series so much because we could stay at home and go through that. So
yeah, for sure, man.
But what's the latest movie that you watched?
The latest one I watched was, I think, Black Panther. Mm-hmm. I love that movie. Before that, I watched a couple ones that the boys wanted to watch. Tomb Raider, which I thought was mediocre at best.
Yeah.
The lead actress was pretty good. I don't remember her name. She was pretty good. But it was just mediocre. And then we watched, Annihilation. And that one was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't know. Do you know what that movie is? It's I'll give a quick rundown. Annihilation is probably on. This was months ago, so it's probably on DVD. But what the fuck?
Time out. Both Zimas are done.
Both Zimas
just
are
so
done.
Everybody is aware.
What's the time?
38 minutes, 38 and a half minutes.
That's a record.
Yep. Time in.
So Annihilation. This bubble appears, and I can't remember where it appears. It's on some monument or some bridge or something. And it's like a sci-fi movie. It's kind of like a bubble.
Okay.
They call it the Shimmer. They send people into it, Nobody comes out of it.
Oh.
One guy gets out of it.
Can you imagine being that fucked up volunteered for that?
Right.
I mean, they probably do like scientists or somebody
Yeah.
like whatever, but you don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Like those fucks who are volunteering to go to Mars.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But so one guy gets out. He's like a part of a special forces team, and he's out of it. He doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they keep sending. It keeps getting bigger.
It's probably feeding off of them.
Like 100
think.
people go in, and then so far one person made it out, and he's fucked in the head. So then they send a team of scientists, and it's a bunch of like scientists, a biologist, and they get one chick who's a paramedic from Chicago fire or something like that. So it's like that paramedics are good. I'm not saying we're not, but just get a surgeon or a doctor or something.
Right.
Like you got all this money. This is like the most important thing on the planet. We got some alien shit happening. We just sent a paramedic from Chicago, and then a scientist and a physicist. So I thought that part was pretty funny. But I mean, I get it because they sent a team of all women.
Yeah.
And I don't think they have women doctors yet. So
Right.
I guess it would be a nurse or a paramedic, and probably paramedics are better at trauma and shit. So that movie, super interesting. I had to watch a thing to explain the ending because it gets pretty fucking crazy.
Oh, really?
But yeah, that's solid. And then I think Black Panther was the last one I watched. The Boys in Camp. I've been busy. I had I think 8 Army days in the last month.
Right.
And on top of work, and then working some shifts for Union Medical. So finally they're like, you know what? Fuck you. We're going to go see Avengers because you're always working on Tuesdays or whatever. And I said, no, do it. Go see it. So they went to see Infinity Wars, right? The third Avengers?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's Infinity Wars. They saw that. They said it was great.
Yeah.
That one has... And
Infinite War or something. It doesn't matter.
I was I was kind of weary of it, but everybody said it was good. And I was kind of weary because... It's got so many fucking people in it.
Right.
It's got all the Avengers, and now Black Panther's in it. Now the Guardians of the Galaxy are in it. That's like 30 fucking people who could carry a movie on their own.
Right.
And they're all in a movie together, so...
And they all have their own movies.
Right, yeah. And they all
Doctor Strange, Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but I want to see it. I heard it was good. I am going to go see that. I don't know when. Tuesday, we have tickets already to go see Deadpool 2.
Okay.
So we're seeing that Tuesday night. So I'm excited about that. And then eventually, I might have to wait till... And I love the Avengers. I love all those movies.
Right.
I told you in Tower, when the second one came out, Age of Ultron, I went to the theater and watched the first one again.
Right.
And then watched the second one. So, but yeah, whenever I watch Avengers, whenever I get around to it, I'll do it. But that's it. I haven't seen Super Troopers 2. There's a bunch of movies I'm just going to wait. That's one I'll wait to...
I've heard it's great though.
Oh, really?
I've heard it's fantastic. It's everything that it should be. They didn't like overdo it or anything like that. So so that's great. They took so long to come out because they did a crowd fund for it, for it all. But yeah, I've heard it's absolutely fantastic, and they got a lot of weird, great cameos from what I hear. And I say a lot. It could be one or two or whatever. But I think is it Rob Lowe? I think he is a big part of the movie. He's in it throughout or whatever. So. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I want to watch that. But again, I mean, at this point in my life, I don't know when I'll see any of these, if I will. But I mean, hopefully one day. When I'm old and senile or something.
They'll all be on HBO here soon. And,
yeah.
What else did I see? I like horror movies. I haven't seen many new horror movies. I saw.
Have you watched The Quiet Place?
I have not.
I know it's not really a horror movie, but I heard that's great. I know. I would assume that they don't talk during it. There's very little talking, but I heard because
Daddy likes that.
Yeah, it's Emily Blunt and John.
Jim.
Yeah, it's Jim from The Office. John
Krasinski.
Yeah, I think that. But I think aren't they married in real life?
I think so.
I think so. So they're the chemistry between them is so great.
Really.
I mean, obviously, they're married and shit like that. And he's fucking. Buff in it.
He's a beefcake.
Oh yeah,
for sure, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would smash on Jim or have him smash on me, Office Jim, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, even now, when he's bigger.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
What about 13 Hours, dude?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, 13 Hours? 13 Hours is the true story about the attacks in Benghazi.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He plays SEAL or Ranger or something like that. But yeah, he's completely ripped up, dude.
No, he's so
I want to
great.
say there's a pull-up scene, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe that's just in my head.
Yeah. You thought he'll be doing a pull-up scene while I'm pulling something else. You know what I mean?
That would be hilarious if somebody had just watched the movie and they're like, there's
no pull-up scene.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got his shirt off. He's doing pull-ups. He shows muscles in his back. Like, no, that's not. That's just
you see
in
the
your head.
sweat just drip down his back,
Yeah.
and like no, you were literally watching that. You just had that daydream of him.
Yeah.
He's so dreamy. That's
no,
awesome.
he's great. I heard that. What I heard from the movie about the movie is it's really good, really well done. Good, the everything about it was good, but it wasn't really scary.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I'll still watch that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't I'm not a big horror movie guy at all, and that's something that I really want to watch. I mean, it looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
I've seen the last what is that? Insidious. Insidious Chapter 4. I love all those. Those are tricky because they don't go in order. So like, this last one was actually like the second one in order kind of thing as far as the timeline goes. I love those.
That's weird as shit that movies do that.
It is, yeah. Well, like the first one came out and then they did like the prequel, like what happened before it, what happened in the first one, and then like the third one comes out, and so you got to kind of look it up. I love all those. Those are solid scary movies. Sinister 1 and 2, I like those. I did watch Veronica on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a horror movie. It's actually probably one of the best horror movies I've seen in the last year.
Shit. What's it about?
It's about a young lady in Spain. This is based on a true story. Mm-hmm. I looked it up, and this, even there's police reports that say they've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
It's a young lady in Spain. The downfall is not the downfall, but I usually don't watch movies that are subtitled. It's in Spanish.
Oh, okay. I mean, you get used to it quick.
No, right.
We've talked about, we watch the Narcos. And a lot of that is, you get a break because there is English in it, but at first when you're watching, you're like, I don't know if I could do this, but 5-10 minutes in, it's nothing. So
this movie, it's like actors I don't know. I don't know if they're actors in Spain or in South America or whatever, but they're great actors. There's a bunch of kids in it. They're great actors. This lady starts messing with these friends start messing with Ouija board. And it happens during some moon cycle, some eclipse kind of thing, and then it turns into like a poltergeist thing. And if you like scary movies, Veronica, watch it. It's solid. If you're into that kind of ghost poltergeist, solid scary movies. It's a serious scary movie. I love that movie.
Yeah.
So that was good. And then other than that, I'm trying to think.
Have you seen the first trailer for the new Predator movie coming out?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a new Predator movie coming out, man. It looks
son of a bitch.
Yeah, it looks,
I'm writing
it's
that
pretty
down.
good. We'll hit it up right after the podcast. We'll YouTube it. So I just saw it. I thought I retweeted it because I think IMDb dropped the trailer.
Okay.
Or it's where I first saw it. And I retweeted it and I watched it. I mean, I like Predator, Predator and Alien and stuff, and so it looks actually pretty good in my opinion. I don't know if it will be or not, but
Predator 1 to me is that's one of those movies that if it's on, I'm fucking watching it.
Yeah.
The boys like it. They like shit like that and Die Hard. They like older movies and something like that. It's a fucking classic. Predator 2 with Danny Glover is almost Gary Busey's in it. I think it's you watch it because it's just entertaining.
Because it's Predator.
Because it's Predator and how crazy it is, but it's not a good movie. And then AVP, I got into those. I did like those.
Yeah.
I did watch the last Alien movie, The Covenant. I want to say I saw that at the theater with the boys. I didn't think it was great. But after this, I'm for sure I wrote it down. I want to watch the trailer for that, and I'll show that to the boys when they get home tonight. But yeah, dude, I love scary movies. There's one coming out, and I can't remember the name of it. It's got a weird name, but they're saying that's going to be the scariest movie of the year.
Oh shit!
And that's a shitty story if I don't even know the name of the
Right. What's your? So I know you're super into horror movies, and I'm gonna be honest, man. Until I found that out about you, I didn't trust people who liked horror movies.
Really?
Yeah, like my twin brother, he's one of them.
Yeah.
I always kept him at a distance. You know what I mean?
Smart.
He just loves that shit. It's just something that I never got into. I just because I get freaked out. I'm not a pussy. I can definitely admit that, but it's just something that I just can never get into. Now it's different. I like Jason, Freddy Krueger, like the ones that are they are scary, but they're corny and shit too. They make you laugh. So I do enjoy those, but the Insidious, Exorcist shit. I'm not about that. So what? My question was, what type of horror movie is your favorite? Because there's got to be there's different genres of movies or of horror movies. So what are like your favorite types?
I like the ghost poltergeist. So my favorite, like I grew up. My mom used to work at a video store.
Okay.
They'd bring home movies. So I remember we just have like movie night. I go fuck.
They have
Top
an
Gun.
adult section behind the beams.
They did. I couldn't go in there. I was too young.
Nice.
But so we do movies, and then ever since I was a young kid, I loved horror movies. So I would watch like Friday the 13th,
right?
Nightmare on Elm Street. I would watch those. I had Freddy Krueger posters in my room, like in elementary school. That's fucking weird, but I did that.
Do you like the chicks that dress up as Freddy Krueger? Like, you know, have like their tits out for like the Halloween,
Shit,
like
yeah,
slutty?
dude.
Hell yeah,
Slutty
me too.
Halloween pics are send them.
Send them. At nastyandfriends@gmail.com.
Yeah. And then I started watching. You know, those aren't. I guess for a kid, those are kind of scary, but those aren't. Those are more just like bloody, violent,
right,
scary kind of movies. Like you have that genre, and I'll watch those. The Rob Zombie ones. Mm-hmm. I think Rob Zombie. He did the House of a Thousand Corpses. He did the Devil's Rejects. He redid Halloween, and I want to say his remake is. I love it.
I think I've seen that. And it was pretty damn good. I thought it was.
He did two remakes.
Like I got really good like reviews and shit.
And it's violent and. He's a fucking beast in there. I want to say he's like 6'8", fucking 280. I mean, and he's scary as fuck. My favorites are like The Conjuring. The Conjuring is horrifying. It's about a poltergeist. Mm-hmm. It's about a family that moves into a house. They recruit a real couple, the Warrens, and it's based on a true story that deal with that kind of thing, and it gets crazy, and it gets So The Conjuring, and then attached to that is Annabelle, which is part of the same family, the Warrens. Right. And then Conjuring 2 came out, and then Annabelle Creation came out, which is the prequel for Annabelle, like where the doll originated. And I think those are solid movies, and they're fucking scary.
What about horror movies do you like? I mean, why do you enjoy them so much? Do you know? I mean, it's kind of hard to explain like stuff like that. I feel.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be hard for me to try to explain it. I don't know if I like to be scared. Right. I don't know. I could really get into a horror movie. You know what I mean? Like, I do like to be scared. You know, I had roommates for a long time. I lived in barracks for a long time. For a while, I lived by myself. Yeah. And that was awesome because I would watch like these horrible fucking scary movies. It would just be me and my dog. And I'd be looking around and be watching my back. And then I'd go in the basement. I'd pause it. Like, did I fucking hear something? Right. I like to be scared like that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, see, like, just from somebody who knows you for, like, over 10 years and on the lookout, like, I feel like just trying to psychoanalyze it here. Yeah. You like to be scared because you're like, I ain't no bitch. Somebody wants to come fuck with me, I would fuck shit up. Yeah, so I think, like, that's part of it, just like that ego feed. Like, no, I fucked this doll up. Hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck, rear naked choke on a ghost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The good movies are the ones that have a great story, great acting, like The Conjuring. Mm-hmm. Sinister 2 are really good. And those are violent, though. You got your ultra violent movies, which I'll watch those, but it's like the Saw trilogy. Right. Not the trilogy anymore.
And I do like it, and I've seen all of them except for this very last one
Jigsaw.
that came out. So
watch it, because we watched it at work. I watched the first few Saws, love those. Yeah. And then I want to say around 5 or 6. I don't know if I've watched them because I thought they got kind of weird.
Right. No, they definitely did.
Like B-movie status.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the reason why we did is because at the time is when I lived like with Harris and Rob and stuff, and so we would have people over. And before, I mean, we did it. I think it was over 2 days where we watched like all of them. Then we went to the one, in the theater that was at the time. So like it was more of like, I mean, there was, I want to say like. Close to 10 people that we all, awesome. Watched as like a group. So like, that part was fun.
And those are good movies to watch with the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's so crazy. Everybody's
like, gory and shit.
Like, same thing with like Final Destination.
Oh yeah.
Like they get so creative with the kills. And, those are great movies to watch with a bunch of people.
But I think it's like the second or third. I think it's actually the second Saw movie when they throw what's her face in that pit of needles. Like it just makes me want to throw up. You gotta look away. I'm like, fuck that. But yeah, you're right. The creativity part is always good, to see. Yeah. So
And I did, so I went away from the Saw series, and then we saw that Jigsaw was out. It's going to be the final one, and I watched that, and that was really good.
Yeah.
We all liked that. I thought that was solid. And, I've liked scary movies since I was a kid, and I thought, like, oh, well, maybe, being on the job and seeing horrible things would make me not want to like horror movies anymore, and I think some people might do that.
Right.
But that doesn't bother me.
Do you think it helps with maybe the job or the movies either way, vice versa, or
no, I don't
is it all just kind of just there?
I think everybody, and I don't know. I don't know if you watch horror movies or stuff like that. Like I think you do get desensitized.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it helps. I separate it.
Well, right.
Yeah. I don't even if I see somebody's I don't know. Like if I see somebody with like their neck cut open in a movie. Yeah. I don't be like, oh, that looks like that one time I saw somebody.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, it is different. You're at work, you're there to help and stuff like that. So I know it is a different mindset, but I just didn't know if at some point maybe you've noticed a change where, like in a movie, and obviously you're getting older and your shit changes, but you're like, oh, maybe I saw something similar to that in real life. So on the screen, it's a lot easier to deal with, type of thing. Or
no,
does that make sense?
Yeah,
though?
it does. But I would think it would maybe help the other way, but I don't think it does. I guess in a movie, I never think. I usually don't ever go back to. Yeah. Like if I see somebody in a movie hanging. Yeah. I don't go back to calls.
Well, you're probably because you're usually trying to fight your boner off. I would assume, but
yeah. But I never go back to, oh man, that looks like that call I went to, that guy was hanging. Yeah. I just don't. Yeah. I try not to connect.
Which is probably the way it should be,
for sure.
Honestly, because I mean, you start connecting real life to movies and stuff, you may become one.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? This podcast may end real quick.
Oh shit! But no, dude, I love comedies. I'll do a great drama like Shawshank Redemption. Like I've been like I said, my mom worked at a video store. We grew up watching movies. We probably watch TV too. But movies for me are where it's at. I enjoy watching a movie instead of watching shows. But I like all kinds of movies. I don't get into romantic comedies, but I love comedies, drama, action. It's tough for me to watch a good action movie.
Right.
It's got to be like 13 Hours is a solid movie. If you said you hadn't seen it, it's sad. It's a true story, and soldiers died over there, and. Yeah, so but it's a solid movie, and like you said, Jim's in it from The Office. But yeah, horror movies have always been my thing. And what's cool is my daughter loves horror.
Yeah, she's into it as well.
So we'll watch, and I'll read up on the movie. I'll go to IMDb and I'll go to the parents section and I'll read what it's about.
Oh, that's good.
If it's ultra violent or a lot of sex in it, I'm like, no, let's not do this one. Let's do one. I'll try to find the PG-13 ones.
Right.
Or if it's like Conjuring.
Because how old is she now?
She'll be 13 in
July.
I
was gonna say, I thought she was right at that age.
She'll be 13 in 2 months. So
when is she gonna be here?
June 15th.
Oh, dude, that's awesome! Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Need to try to get up and come see her, dude. I know I seen her like a handful of times before, but last year when she came, I felt like her and I love just annoying the shit out of her when we were here. So, but she's good people.
Yeah, she's excited. I'm excited for that, and we'll watch horror movies together. And we watch Oculus and Devil. Oculus is really good. That one's on Netflix. Yeah. It's pretty scary. That one's pretty scary, and it's got the I can't remember her name. She's Scottish. She's a redhead. She's in Jumanji. I can't remember her name, but she plays she's in the Avengers too, or Guardians of the Galaxy. But in there she's the sister.
Oh, okay.
With the bald, she's blue. She's got the bald head.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name, but guys,
hot.
Yeah, she's still hot even like as an alien. But she's an Oculus. That's a good one. But yeah, me and her will watch some scary movies together, and it's funny. It's funny seeing that because I think a lot of kids probably don't like scary movies.
Right.
And she does on her own. I was never like, hey, we're gonna watch.
Right.
I'll do that because I know she likes scary movies, and she'll be like, I don't know about watching this. And I'm like, no, we're watching this. But it wasn't like she wanted to watch a comedy, and I was like, no, let's watch a scary movie. So it's cool that she's like me and that she's grown up.
That's a great thing to connect and to see that. So
maybe. And being in I don't know if watching scary movies, like when you were trying to psychoanalyze me, has to do with anything about just being in the suck or being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I do enjoy that. I enjoy being out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. Trying to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Right. And I get a lot of that in the Army still.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just had a drill. Well, we did 6 days we did 6 days in Minnesota. And then that sucked because, we're in a barracks and everybody was snoring.
Right, yeah.
And, you don't have any privacy. And then we did my last drill. We're in tents. We were out night. We're doing stuff with night vision goggles and driver's training and night vision. And just sleeping in a tent again, it makes you appreciate home, Even if you stay in a tent, on a shitty cot, doing army shit, and then you go home, you enjoy your bed.
Yeah.
Instead of a porta potty or shitting outside, then you enjoy your toilet, you enjoy your pillow, you enjoy time with your family more, and so and then you still know, I do fine out here in the suck.
Right.
I'll be just fine. And working out, I don't like to work out. I hate working out, but I know I have to do it for my health and to be better at my job and to be a leader in the Army. So I work out, and but I don't like it. We do a circuit workout at work, and we do it almost every day. And there's about 4 or 5 of us there's 3 of us that always do it, and then sometimes other people get in it. We've had as much as 7 out of the 10 of us do the circuit. Mm-hmm. We do 8 exercises, 35 seconds on, 15 seconds off, a minute between rounds. We do 5 rounds, and we do that, and that sucks. Once I'm doing it, I'm fine.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I know we talked about you want to talk about working out, and I don't work out, and I should definitely. I mean, I try to do stuff like I love like. And I think I've talked about this before, but when I was younger, I fucking hated mowing. Absolutely hated it. But I think it's because I had to do it. I was told, and that was before really. I mean, I had a Walkman, and stuff, and you kind of listen to music. But it's now I listen to podcasts while I do it. Maybe it's different because I own my own house. My wife and I we we own it, and so that's definitely a little bit different. But doing that type of work, I really do enjoy getting out there mowing, getting a little faded and going out in there mowing and trimming trees. And there's a tree in our backyard that we're trying to get rid of. And I cut part of that down, just myself. And that was a lot of fun, just being out there running the chainsaw, cutting the branches down. So I enjoy that type of work. I do enjoy running. I don't do it as much, or rarely at all. But when I get out there, once I get out the front door and I start taking those first 10 steps, then I'm glad I'm out there doing it. So but I mean, there's always time to work out. A lot of people say I just don't have time, being parents and jobs and stuff, but you can always find time to do stuff. I know I work a desk job, so the other day I did it was 20 jumping jacks and then 10 push-ups every hour.
Oh, that's smart.
For
that's smart,
I didn't do it all 8 hours that I was working because I got with meetings. Sometimes I have an hour meeting. I couldn't do that. But so I'll try to do that. I still try to stretch every night at least. A little bit. But I just different ways of working out. Like I said, yard work, cutting up trees, shit like that. I really enjoy, especially now that we're in springtime and it's getting warmer. We just came out of winter because I fucking hate winter. Yeah, it's warm. Get outside, and do that type of stuff. So, but when I went to Colorado, back in April. When we did that hike, we took breaks. We're in no hurry, and a fat kid needs a snack. Yeah. So, had to stop. But, I handled it without a problem. There's points where, you got to dig deep and your legs are burning because you're taking up these stairs. But
plus the elevation.
Yeah, but
that's a game changer.
Yeah, exactly. And, I don't live at that elevation, so... But, to do it and not really have a problem where you're just but, there's times you stop, you take a 2-minute break and you're good. So that type of stuff I can, at this point, I can still do. And I don't, I'm overweight for sure, but I'm not super obese, I would think, so I could still do that stuff. I chase Grayson around, we wrestle, and I know that's just going to keep going. So, I could, get my exercise, trying to do that. So I should just stop watching so much TV, go to bed early, then get up and start working out. But that's probably not going to happen.
Oh, fuck that, dude. Fuck that life.
But, yeah, I know you guys, you work out at work, which is good. You got the people there. And, what else are you going to do?
Yeah, it's so much easier working with, you got a group. Because there's days where I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. And then they're like, no, we're fucking doing it. Get your shit on. And then there's other days where people are like, fuck, I'm not feeling it. I'm like, get your shit on. We're going to do this.
Is there people, I'm sure maybe on the job, maybe not specific at your station, but are there people who just never work out ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that just don't work out. And I don't know. I don't know why they don't.
Because I figured in that type of, that's probably the best way to work out. You're at work, you're getting paid, you have your crew with you that you guys do everything together. So that's like when I know, like, we would work out, like, even on our Army weekends. And it was just once a weekend, but I never had a problem. Yeah, let's get in some PT, like, as a group. That's the best time to do it.
Absolutely.
So.
And then outside of work, if I got a PT test coming up, I had a PT test a few months ago. The night before I took the PT test, I think I broke my toe.
Oh shit!
At sand volleyball.
Oh god.
So I did the push-ups, sit-ups, pass. I could pass those anytime, and then I just didn't run. I said, hey, I'm not running. I think I broke 2 of my toes. And then that same day, I worked 17 hours with the Army in my fucking boots. And I'll show you my toes real quick. They're still swollen.
Oh yeah. God damn.
Yeah, I didn't lose the nails, but I can move this now. I can plank on, it's better, but it's still swollen and it's still tough to move. So I think
how did you just jam it?
I collided my foot with Camus somehow.
Oh shit!
So she had a big bruise on top of her foot.
Yeah, she tried to take you out.
She did.
What it was.
I immediately fell down and I was like, oh, you broke my fucking toe, I think, So that is unfortunate. It's been over 2 weeks and it still hurts. So I didn't run, but I'll have to do the PT test the beginning of June.
Yeah,
and
you'll be able to crush it.
Yeah, so I'll run. I get a lot of time for the run. I get like 18 minutes, which I need that. I'm a big guy. I don't run a lot, but I'll go to the base gym and run every now and then, and I'll run a couple miles. And I like the battle in my head that goes on.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And there's like it's I think with running it's just pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and you're mental. So there's a lot of times. In my right knee, it'll start hurting. I'll get tired, and it's just like, just fucking go home, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're done. Just start walking, cool down, get in your truck, and then drive home. And I've quit early, before, and then I'm in my truck driving home like, what a
Piece of
bitch.
shit.
Yeah, you fucking bitch.
Right.
You want to leave, going home, be like, man, I fucking worked hard. I crushed it. I fought through pain, and you don't want to be driving home like, man. I was a real bitch today, but at least I ran a mile or whatever. So like there's that battle in my head, like, fuck, dude, you're fucking tired. Stop. And then the other side of me is like, no, man, you enjoy. Like, look at like, I'll start focusing in my head, like, no, look, this is your pain. It's not that bad. You have to fight through this, and I'll even smile a little bit, like, I'm gonna suck, but I'm just gonna keep going. Like, you keep digging, and so I have that battle inside my head, and I like being in the suck. And then when you go home. And you're driving home, you're like, man, you feel good. Yeah, I fucking crushed it. I wanted to stop. I kept going. And
it's not like you're out of shape either. I mean, you can do your job. You do the truck work. I mean, it's a different type of being in shape. Because you can do that, And I know, like you said, I can't. What's the name of your pike pole?
Oh, Bonnie.
Bonnie, yeah. I know you and Bonnie go in and fuck shit up. And you could do that without a problem. So it's not like you can't do your job. So I know maybe for some people who don't, like, technically know you that are listening, they'd be like, well, I mean, he's a firefighter, he's not in shape, doesn't like to run, like what? It's a different kind of shape. It's different,
right? So, yeah. I do think I could do the job. Like I said, I'm 6 foot. I could carry weight. Firefighting is a lot of work, and you're doing that work with a lot of weight on you. So we're not ever running.
Right.
We can move quickly.
You're not supposed to run on. We're not supposed to
run on a fire scene. So yeah, but we're carrying weight. We're doing a lot of swinging, cutting through doors, or axe work, pike pole work. Truck work is dirty and it's hard work, man. So after the fire's done, we're checking for extensions. So we're pulling down ceiling. We're chopping through walls, seeing if there's charred stuff behind walls, and looking for hot spots. And then we're putting shit in salvage buckets and dumping them out windows, throwing mattresses out of windows. It's hard, dirty work. I love truck work. We're operating with chainsaws, and so it's definitely hard work, and I'm conditioned for that more than I am for like a long run with no weight.
Yeah, and running definitely obviously helps with that. It helps with everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, no, I would say I'm in decent shape. But yeah, I could always get better. I always try to get better at everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, working out is something that for a while I wasn't working out. For a while I was working out at that gym, and then I just wasn't kind of working out. I'd work out at the station every now and then, and now we got the circuit. We got our workout playlists. Mm-hmm. We fucking crank the music up, and then we get interrupted.
Oh yeah,
quite a bit. So then I just throw my bunker pants on and go to a call, and the week.
You guys ever finish your circuits at the call? What are these guys doing?
Yeah. The set I got hurt, I got hurt playing volleyball. So did a set at work, like a set meaning five days.
Right.
5 days on, and it's 24 on, 24 off for 5 days, and then our 6 days off. So did the set, busy set. We made two fires, no injuries. Play sand volleyball, break my toe. People are like, how'd you? So then all day, and I'm trying not to limp, I got brand new boots because I got the new uniform.
Oh, yeah.
The operational camouflage pattern, the OCPs. So I got brand new boots.
So are the boots different?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you'll have to show it to me because
Okay.
you showed me the because you asked if I had seen for the new Army uniform, and I hadn't seen it in person yet. But I just assumed that you kept the
They're
same
different
boots.
boots. They're a different color. The undershirts are darker, like a darker olive drab.
Okay.
But yeah, I went from the BDUs, the battle dress uniform, to the ACUs with the Digi pattern, which is the Army combat uniform, and now it's the OCP, operational camouflage pattern, I believe it's called.
Okay.
So yeah, I got three. I'll have
I
three
do.
sets
Those
of
are
uniform.
my favorite ones. Are the new ones.
Yeah,
though,
they're a lot better. The old ACU pattern, they made them with the computer, and the computer said, "Oh, this is the best camouflage pattern the computer could come up with," and it turned out. It was supposed to be a camouflage in any environment. Turned out it was shitty in every environment.
Horse shit, yeah.
So now the OCPs, they actually look like the older BDU pattern, and it's a better camouflage pattern.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a bunch of brand new uniforms, new boots. But yeah, it's just funny that I have the job I have, fighting fires, no injuries, and then I play sand volleyball and fucking break. I think 2 of my toes are broken.
The thing is, there's nothing you can do. You just tape them to the next toe and they heal. Like you can't do anything for a broken toe.
Yeah, somebody was like, "Are you gonna go to the doctor?" I said, "I don't know because there's not anything they could do for it."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you can still like grip with them and stuff like that, or bend them and stuff. So it's not. It'd be different if you couldn't move those toes like completely at all.
Yeah.
And something like that. But I mean, it could be worse. You could lose your big toe and your pinky toe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but work's been good. We'll have slow days and then we have busy days. It starts getting busier when the weather's nice.
Yeah.
We had a shitty call last set with a dude who cut his arm, like his AC.
Oh, damn.
But it was like right after lunch, and we get a call the call came in. It's like his unknown, whatever, like unknown. So like I hate going on those because it could be anything.
Yeah.
So then on the way there.
And so if you go for an unknown though, then does the truck go? Because I know you said you don't go to a lot of medical calls usually.
No, we go to medical calls.
Oh, you go to all medical calls?
We go to all medical calls.
Okay, so then it's just what calls did you say that you don't?
Car accidents.
Car accidents, unless somebody's pinned then.
Yeah. So
right.
So for like a fire, everybody's going. For a medical call, the ambulance goes, and either the truck or the engine, and it's whoever's been out of service last goes. Okay. So like we'll go. It's like say we get like 3 medical calls in a row. So it'll be like the engine and the medic unit go on the call, and then the next medical call that comes up, the truck will go either with our med unit or
okay, that makes sense.
The engine has water, so they go on all car accidents. They'll go on like flush debris calls. The truck will go on. We'll go a lot on fire alarms in other territories because if they call for a second truck, because there's only a limited amount of trucks in the city where every firehouse has an engine. Fuck, a monkey could do an engine work.
Right.
And the truck guy, that's the real shit. No, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, and then the truck goes on like carbon monoxide alarms. There's tools we have that the engine doesn't.
Right.
And then vice versa. We don't carry any water on the truck. But yeah, medical calls, we go on all medical calls. Either us or an engine goes. So, yeah, so we're on the way to the call. And then it came out like the lady or the dispatcher says the woman on the phone is hysteric. She's screaming, but she's saying her son is in the shower and he's bleeding, unknown if he's conscious or not. So we're like, well, shit, this is going to be messy. So we grab some masks. I always wear glasses.
Yeah.
So this dude's in the shower's running. It's a small fucking room, small shower. And we're like, how the fuck are we going to get this guy out of here? The guy was smoking meth for 7 days.
Oh.
He looks, you can't judge a book by its cover, but he's cholo. He looks cholo.
Yeah.
He's covered in tattoos. He has a face tattoo of like, it looks like a mouth. So like it's got teeth and mouth on the outside of it's a tattoo on his face of a mouth and it's like at a kind of a grin kind of deal. I don't remember. But he's bleeding pretty good. It's messy because there's water, there's blood, and we're like, fuck, we don't know what this guy has. You never know what this guy has.
Yeah.
Turns out the guy had not HIV, Hep C.
Hep C, yeah.
Of course. Turns out the guy has Hep C. So we get a tourniquet on him. He's bleeding like a motherfucker. It cut his AC. I've never seen that. You see people cut wrists, but I've never seen like up the AC where you're that's where you get IVs a lot. If you because it's a big vein. So he's fucking bleeding. It's messy. We're trying not to get blood on us. We're tourniquet him. We're trying to drag him out in the hallway so we can get him on a bot and try to get him out of there. And then so we finally get him on the squad. And we're trying to start our V. And I think he took drugs too. He was barely conscious.
Yeah.
But he's pale, lost a lot of blood. So it's just messy. We're like dragging this guy down the hallway so we could try to get him onto something. He's wet.
Yeah.
It's shitty. And then we're trying to, I got shorts on and a t-shirt. You know, I'm trying not to get.
You don't have your bunker pants on?
No.
Okay.
No. We could wear pants, and then when it gets warmer, we could wear shorts.
Oh, really?
And the thing about wearing shorts is it's comfortable as fuck. They're cargo shorts. They're blue, and they had the fire department on the shorts.
Yeah.
And then I just wear the t-shirt with the fire department stuff on the front and the back. It's comfortable as shit when it's 100 degrees out. And if it's a car accident or a fire,
then you put your bunker pants on.
You put your bunker pants on.
Yeah, I wasn't for sure what your guys' SOP was. I thought maybe you had to wear them to every call, the bunker pants.
Nope.
So
at night, I wear basketball shorts and a t-shirt to sleep, and I wear my flip-flops. So then when I run to the rig, I kick off my flip-flops, I put the bunker pants on. If I'm working out, same thing, bunker pants.
So you go no socks in your boots?
No, I got sliders.
Okay.
And I always keep my socks on. I never go sockless unless I'm coming out of the shower quick.
That makes sense.
But
you would have to get, and I hate fucking wearing socks to bed, but I think in that case you have to. You have to
absolutely. I hate wearing socks to bed too, but I have to. What sucks about the shorts is that you don't have a barrier there now.
Yeah.
So there's times where we're at some person's house and they're on the bed or something, and then I have to like put my knee on their bed and then get them on something to try to carry them down the stairs. And then that's just gross. I mean, the worst thing would be like you put your knee down to try to get a hold and grab somebody, and then you put your knee in something wet. Yeah. Whether you have pants on or not, that's still a disgusting feeling.
Yeah, but at least with the pants.
But pants, you have a barrier there where you don't. So if it's a messy call, if a call comes in, it sounds like this one, I should have put my bunker pants on immediately.
Right.
If it sounds like it's going to be bloody or messy, I'll kick my boots off because I wear station boots with the shorts. I'll kick my boots off and put my bunker pants on. Okay. If it's a code, we had a call that set too where it came in CPR in progress. I immediately put my boots on because it's going to get messy.
Right.
We're going to intubate. We're going to do IVs. They're more than likely you're doing chest compressions and you're bagging them until you get them intubated. Air gets down in the stomach. They end up vomiting.
Right.
That's good to know too if you're one of those heroes that have your CPR card and you want to start doing CPR on somebody that goes down in a Chick-fil-A or something. No, they might end up puking in your mouth.
Right.
Because there's no way you could do mouth to mouth and avoid not getting air into their esophagus.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you're going to get some air in the trachea and some lung movement, but you're going to get air in the stomach, and that's going to lead to... You don't want anybody vomiting in your mouth. But anyway, so...
Unless that's your kink, you weird fuck.
Yeah, unless you're into that, and then fuck.
Good luck.
Tell us about it. Yeah, good luck. We'd love to hear about that puke fetish. Oh, so anyway, so then we get to the ambulance, and we get him in. We're trying to get some of his vitals. We're making sure the tourniquet is secure. Yeah. We're starting IVs, and then of course the AC in the squad is not working. It's 1,000,000 degrees in there. So I jump up in the front of the ambulance. I start driving to the hospital, code 3 trauma, and then so the person driving the truck follows us to the hospital. So then we have 2 firefighters from the truck in the back with the 2 paramedics working on the patient, and I'm driving to the hospital. One of the firefighters gets dizzy, almost passes out in the back of the squad. So he got a lot of shit for that. He doesn't know what happened. He doesn't know if it was the heat. People are saying he got nervous because there was a lot of blood, and he put there was blood on his glasses, and he put his sunglasses back on, and so I don't know, that mixed with the heat, I think he got a little woozy, almost passed out. So we had him sit down while we took the patient into the trauma room and then did the passover with the nurses and stuff like that. But yeah, I
could have been like his adrenaline and
it could have been
shit like that, and all of the above just mixed together.
Yeah, but he looked like shit. He looked like he was gonna pass out, and I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, anytime we're doing anything, like we're touching people and you don't know if they have Hep C is a bad one because they say with AIDS blood. They say with AIDS blood, as soon as it hits the air, it's dead.
Oh, okay.
You could have AIDS.
Is that true?
That's true.
Okay.
You can have AIDS on a table, like a drop of AIDS blood on the table, it's dead. Hep C, they're saying you could have a drop of Hep C blood on a table. You come back like 2 weeks later, it's still active, and it can still contaminate you. Hep C is a bad one. A lot of people have Hep C. And the people we deal with, a lot of the homeless population and stuff like that, and drug users that like some of our regulars that we pick up. And I mean, we got a homeless shelter, we got a bunch of low-income housing, high rises and stuff like that. So the projects, some people in that area that we like are not everybody there, obviously, but some of our regulars that are bad drunks or drug users, they have Hep C, and it pisses you off because it's like, I'm not going to judge if you're going to kill yourself. Whatever, if you know you have a disease like that, why would you do it in a really bloody way? Right. Where people are going to have to touch you and put you in a bag, even if you die. If you live, people are going to have to for sure put hands on you. Why would you open I don't know. It kind of pisses me off. Right.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're killing themselves. It's selfish.
Yeah,
they're
it's selfish
anyway.
Yeah. If they're not thinking about other people, obviously. Right. So, but yeah, dude, but work's been good, man. We got a brand new guy fresh out of the academy.
That's there permanently, or is he just
the first year?
Okay.
So this is our third guy in a row. Proby. So they do the 4-month academy, and then how that works is they go to a station for a year, and they have a FTO, like field training officer, for a year, and then they're on probationary status. So we teach them everything they need to know, or we try to teach them.
Yeah, and in a year you're going to see hopefully everything that
you're going to see a lot of stuff in that first year. And so this is our third guy. He just did 4 days. So he had his first 4 days. No fires in that 4 days, but
and then during that time they rotate from like truck to engine, right?
Yeah, so he's going to do his first 6 months on the engine, then we're going to get him on the truck for 6 months.
Is that how it always does? The engine always get him first?
Not always. Okay. I think you absolutely should do that.
Yeah.
But there's times where, like when I came on as and the good thing is your first year, they put you at a busy firehouse. Mm-hmm. So
which is obviously why you get them all the time, because you guys are super busy.
Yeah, we're at a busy firehouse, so we're always, if a candidate class graduates, we're always going to get candidates.
Yeah.
So which is fine. You don't want them to go to like a slow station and then it'd be like, man, you're not making many calls, you're not seeing many patients, you're not making many fires. So it's they're all on the east side of the city. Yeah. Where the candidates go at busier firehouses. And firehouses, like there's firehouses that are single engine houses with just 4 guys. 4 people, and then like my firehouse is a engine truck medic, so there's 10 of us. So those are the bigger stations that have 10 people there. It's a lot different than going to a single engine house.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in the firehouse. There's 10 people. Always 5 like different conversations going on. Everybody's doing stuff. Tones are going off. We're doing it, So I love that. I love being around that many people. When you go to a single engine house and then you got people that don't like that, they're like reading at night, then it's just 2 of you guys. There's always something. We don't have our own bedroom. We got the oldest station in the city.
Yeah.
So we have just one big bedroom where everybody sleeps in. So we're always hanging out. There's stations now a lot of stations now, they build them or they're remodeling them so you have your own room. And then what happens is people disappear and they're doing their own thing.
Right.
Us, we have a TV room, we have a kitchen, and everybody's always hanging out together.
I mean, I can see that both ways, but I think like for that job, and as dangerous as it is and all the shit that you guys see, that's probably the best way. Like you guys are doing everything together. Mm-hmm. You're a well-oiled machine, and I think you need to be that way to perform the best, in my opinion.
I think so, and I'm lucky that we have a really good crews. We all get along. We hang out outside of work. We have fun together.
Yeah.
There's stations where people don't get along or people don't talk and it's awkward, or there's a lot of different personalities. So we're lucky at our firehouse that we're all pretty cool. We like to have fun. We have to gamble allegedly and shit like that. So our new guy, he's a Navy veteran. He's real quiet and he's a hard worker, and that's what you want. His job is going to be to listen and do what he's told and learn and ask questions. He seems like he's going to be really good.
Good.
So he seems like a good guy. So yeah, we'll see. It's exciting for him, and we'll take care of him. hopefully show them the way.
Dude, that's fucking awesome,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That is awesome.
On top of that, he's gonna get pranked. He's got to do dishes. He's
Yeah.
the last one to get his food, first one to get done eating. He's got to get the phone. He's got to, and we're gonna be hitting him with water and flour and rattling his cage. And,
Most people probably handle that pretty well. It's just
Yes.
a part of the job.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure people probably freak out, like maybe if they haven't been in that. But if he's a Navy veteran, he's been around that
Yeah.
type of shit before,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you should be okay. So
and it's a good way to test you. And then
Yeah.
I got pranked a lot, man. Firecrackers on the toilet while I'm in the toilet stall. They put bouillon cubes in the shower head. When I took a shower, I'm like, what? It smells weird. Flour, water, the pop cans under the bed, moving your bed into a different room, which you move the frame, the box spring, the mattress, all that stuff. Coming to bed with flour on my bed. And I've done that to people, and I've had that done to me where you don't really feel it. You put it from like the waist down, so then when you get up to make a run, you're covered in flour. The pop cans under the bed is hilarious. Like it sits on top of the bed, and as soon as you sit down, it makes the loudest noise possible, and you think you're falling. Like that's one of the best ones. Our last candidate, Kevin, shouts out Kevin. He was great. He was a cop. He was a Marine, Afghanistan, and then he decided to go fire, and just a solid dude, man. A little cocky towards the end, but no, he did really well. We asked him, like, what was the best prank we did? And he said, the pop cans, man. He said that for sure.
do you do that one multiple times, or
we did that to Kevin once. We probably should have did it more. We didn't realize how it's a great one. It's a great one. And all you do is set up empty pop cans underneath their bed, so you set 4 of them up, and then when they sit on it, it's so loud. It's so loud, and it scares the shit out of you. There's the one we can't do it at our station because we don't have drop ceiling, but you set up an IV with the line above their head, and then when they go to sleep, you open up the IV, and you could adjust it to wide open to TKO to keep open. So then you could just do like a drip every minute, and it's coming from the ceiling. And I've had that one done to me, and we've done that to other people. Not at my station because we don't have a drop ceiling that we can do that. But there's a ton of great pranks.
Yeah.
Just the stupid ones where you tape the nozzle on the sink, and when you turn the sink on.
Yeah, we did that as just kids, to my mom.
Those are funny because people forget, that it's rigged, and then they get themselves what? They're like, fuck. I've had my shit soaked in water, thrown in the deep freezer, and then put back on my bed. So when I came back to my bed, it was a block of ice. So then you just throw it in the dryer and then stay up for another 30 minutes and watch TV or something. But there's a ton of pranks out there. Pranks with food, pranks with phones, one of my favorite one is we have a city email. So you could email anybody in the city, including the mayor. You could send emails to everybody on the A shift. You could send emails to everybody from your candidate class.
You got the distro list and shit.
Yeah. So you have to close your email or you are going to get hacked. The best ones are, it never happened to me. I've done it to multiple people.
Yeah.
You leave your email open. Oh, shit. Guess what? Everybody at the firehouse is getting an email from the candidate.
Yeah.
How he's better than everybody and how he's probably going to end up teaching us.
Yeah, and it's fake, but you act like it's not. Like, oh, really?
Yeah. And people have sent that fire department wide and got in trouble before. Like, yeah, don't send it to the chiefs. That's fucking stupid. But I've done it. I've only sent it to like 12 people.
Right.
And then it's always like, oh shit, it's open. What's he doing? All right, look out for me. And then I'm typing as fast as I fucking can, adding everybody I can.
Yeah.
Boom.
There's like 3s in the places of E's and shit.
And unless you go into your email and look at your sents, you don't even know what happened until people are like, that's, I've been around a lot of candidates before, but that's a real cocky move to fire off, emails to everybody saying how much better you are than us. But fuck, if that's true, then prove it. And then they're like, it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
And you ever get somebody who can't take the jokes, that it's just their ego just doesn't allow them?
I've never had that, but I've heard about people doing it. Like they don't like it.
So
They'll get pissed. They ramp it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you double down.
You double down.
100%.
You got to realize that they're fucking with you. They're seeing you're gonna, no matter what job you're in, when you show up, like people are sizing you up. They're watching you.
Yeah.
They're seeing how you react to stuff. In a job like ours, we got a lot of time. We're for 24 hours. We're stuck in this house together. We're gonna expose your weaknesses. We want to know what they are. We're gonna make fun of them, and then we're gonna see how you react to it.
Yeah.
I love being on a roof with me and my buddy, 2 guns, and we're waiting for the cannon to take the trash out, and boom, he throws the bag of flour over the side, and boom, I throw the bucket of water over the side, and then we duck down and we're fucking giggling.
Yeah.
I love that. I love ambushes. I did the flour trick to Kevin just a few weeks ago, where I taped a coffee filter full of flour to his locker, and when he opened it up, boom, flour all over him. And I'll be like, Jesus, man, that sucks. Who did that? Who would do something like that, Kevin? And then I help him vacuum it up and clean it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's people that are dicks about it, and then there's people who are fun about it. But no, I love that aspect of the job.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely. And
there.
that's great for some people who maybe listen to like, that sounds like absolute hell. But like, but I mean, once you get through that, it's just initiation. You get through it, and then you're better for it, I feel. You're closer to the guys.
Yeah, and I feel like
gals.
If people are doing it, more likely they like you.
Mm-hmm.
If people aren't talking to you, they're not pranking you, they're avoiding you, like, they don't like you. But if they're fucking with you, then they like you. And if you handle it, and for me, I'd been in the military before then. I knew what to expect. I knew people on the job, so I knew it was gonna come. And I was, you're like, what's the first thing that's gonna happen? Once the first thing happens, I think they got me in the ladder truck. It was a bucket, not a straight stick. So in the bucket, they raised me up like 20 feet, and then I see the engine crew come out with the nozzle, and they start throwing water, like not at me because I can knock somebody unconscious, but raining it down on me. And you're, 20 feet up in a bucket, you can't go anywhere. So stuff like that, and then you're like, oh man, these guys, they like me.
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's good. Now, have you had a female probie?
I have not. Man.
I was gonna say, because my next question, if you have, like, do you go harder, or is it probably all equal?
I think I think it would almost be a fear of getting in trouble. Like, they might not go as hard, but I don't know. I've never I've been to other if I go to another station, especially like when I was younger, when I would go out. You don't have a spot. You'd go wherever the city. You don't have bidding rights till 3 years, and then even after that, you have shit numbers. You're not going to get a good spot. So when I was going around, I wouldn't prank the candidates.
Right.
Being young, I wouldn't prank the candidates, and then
that's probably good.
You don't go to another house and then start fucking with another candidate. If somebody came into our station and started fucking with Kevin, depending on who it was, we would probably prank that individual or be like, hey, don't fuck with him.
Yeah,
he's studying today. Yeah, he's our guy. You don't fuck around, especially if they have bad intentions. We would never let that happen. But so, and I've never been around a female candidate like that where it was at our station, so I've never pranked one. But I would hope that they would be treated the same as a man, even though they can't do the same work because they're not as strong or smart or funny. They could probably cook better, but then you don't want to prank somebody when they're cooking.
Yeah, exactly. Everything. They're feeding you. Poison your ass, too. No, that's fucking great, man. It's always fun to hear stuff like that, because I definitely don't have a job where you do that shit. But, I mean, we would prank each other all the time in the unit and stuff.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah, especially on, like, AT and stuff. I mean, it wasn't as crazy as, like, the flour and water and shit, but, yeah, you definitely fuck with people. And
the old lidocaine on the bottle of soda or your soda pop can.
Now, did you ever try to get, as you personally as a probie, did you ever try to get back at people?
No, never.
Yeah.
Never.
Because I know there's, like, certain people who I know have done it who could get away with something. You're like, I don't know who has done that, but, like, that it wasn't them, at first or whatever. So.
No, I would never. I never did that. I would never do that. And when I came on at 30, I was a candidate for a year at Papillion, and they went hard.
Yeah.
And then I immediately went to Omaha Fire and spent another year. So I was a candidate.
So it was 2 straight years.
2 straight years of being a bitch, getting phones, washing dishes. Shit like that, and I didn't mind it. The best thing about being a candidate is you're at a busy house, because after that you're out west, you're running around, you're at slow stations where most people are type A personalities. They want to work, they want to be at a busy firehouse.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get older, you're like, you know what? I'd like sleeping at night. There's stations that you sleep at night quite often. Go out west and go to a slower station in a nice part of town.
Yeah. And
more than likely you go out there before you retire, kind of thing. So after your candidate year, you got no numbers, you can't even bid. You're gonna be somewhere slow. Right. So when you're a candidate, like, you're on the nozzle, you're on the chainsaw. Hey, where's the kid at? Get the kid in here. Let the kid do this. Yeah. Let the kid pop the door on a vehicle electrification. Let him. Like, you're always working. Yeah. You're always able to do that. Then when you have a candidate, you're like, oh shit, now I got. Oh, that's the neighbor kids.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? When you're the back, then you're the backup guy. Now you got to get the hydrant because the candidate's on the nozzle, or that kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, you're constantly busy. You're constantly working as a candidate, and you're always in it. So that's a good deal.
Yeah. Dude, that's fucking phenomenal, man. That pop can prank, that would be awesome. To see it here, and like when you hear it and it's so loud, do you hear people like snickering?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That would be almost that's like just as good as the prank. I feel
everybody's just laughing and snickering. Man, it's so good. We didn't do anything. He was gone the first day, and then he started the second. So he did the last 4 days of the set. You know, I talked to him a little bit about certain things. He's not on my rig.
Yeah.
So, but you know, we talked. I asked him questions. You know, how was the Navy? Whatever. We got not right now. We got 2 Army guys and 2 Navy guys out of 10 of us.
Shit.
And the Army Navy game is December 8th. It's in between our days, so we're gonna have to all go somewhere and watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Army won it last year, but
yeah. Yeah, Navy overall usually just whips ass, but Army's been showing up lately.
Yeah, Army won last year, so
yeah.
That's going to be huge in December. But
that'd be a lot of fun.
So I think we've all been kind of watching him, and he's seems solid, real quiet, hard worker.
That's great.
And my buddy who's out at training, he's a special ops coordinator. I talked to him, and he said, "Oh man, you're getting somebody good. He's quiet. He wants to work hard. He's a solid." And I said, "That's great. That's great to know." We found that out before he got there, and so far he's been good. But yeah, we've just kind of watched them, and then the first few days, it's you got the saucer eyes, your eyes are wide open, you're looking around. The first day you get to the station, there's 20 of us there because of the shift that's leaving.
Oh yeah.
You don't know who's on the shift. You don't know who's who. You don't know who. You bring in cookies, and then you get the tour of the station. You're taking in so much information, and you're just kind of. They always have the scared look.
I'm sure you were the same way.
I was
too.
exactly the same.
Yeah,
exactly
absolutely.
the same. You don't know.
At least you were on another department, so you kind of had an idea before getting to your big department. But still, I mean, you still got to be like, fuck.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So we kind of watch them, and the next set, I got a feeling we'll get up to some fuckery.
Yeah.
Because it's a serious job.
Yeah.
It'd be shitty to fucking before anything happens to hit him with a bucket of water. He's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm worried about making runs and living and surviving. And you guys are throwing water at me. Teach me something first. So yeah, we don't immediately come out the gate.
There's a science to it.
There's a science for sure.
Absolutely. That makes sense.
You want them to get comfortable and
well, part of it you gotta get comfortable and let him. You gotta gain his trust. So then
true.
when you fucking get him, then it's even better.
The false sense of security.
Yeah.
He lays down at night. Next thing you know, there's a fucking live cobra snake. Gotcha, bitch. You want the anti-venom, you're going to have to suck dicks.
Yeah, Jesus.
We'd wait till like the third set before that.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least.
That's great, man. Well, I know usually our Sunday mornings are a little bit shorter, and I got to get on the road. So there is one thing that I think I texted you a while about this Mexican place that I went to. So I would want to get that and then do the wrap ups if that's okay with you. So I think we were coming back for something, or we were at home or whatever, and I was just like, I want some tacos. Like, those sound good, but I want some like legit tacos from like a good Mexican place, and we've been down there for like a year or two. We just hadn't gone out and done that yet. And so I was like Googling it, and I found this place. And so this is where I live. And so I go to this store, and as I'm pulling, I'm like, this place looks like a chain. I don't think that's it. Well, it ended up being like a place that's right next to it, and it looks really small. So I was like, oh yeah, that place looks legit as fuck. So I walk in there, and first thing I notice, just right on the counter are like 4 different phones, like red phones, and there's like a sign to make like international call, and I'm like, I'm definitely, I am 100% in the right place now. And there's places where you can like send money, and shit. And then I like look over, and they have like toothbrushes for sale. They have like chilies, so it's more than just this place, you know. And I walk in, and there's people sitting. There's people sitting at a table, and it's it's fucking small place, and you could sit and eat. You could maybe fit 20 people in this. And that is tight as shit. And there's a bunch of people sitting. They have the TV on. It's in Spanish.
Yeah, that's
big. Yeah, there's a couple people in there eating, and so like I get a menu. It's all in Spanish, and I'm looking at it, and then they send over this girl who, I'm almost sure she's probably like 12, 13, but she could be 40. You really don't know. You know that look.
Yep.
And so, and my guess is she speaks the best English. And, you know, I'm a white boy, so as I'm walking in, they're like, yeah, send her over there. And so I get 6 tacos. I get 2 chicken, 2 pork, 2 steak. I'm ordering it, and like I said, I'm looking at everything that they're selling, and I was like, these are gonna be, they have to be fire. Like, you know, they have where you can, and somebody did come in and make a call on the phone, you know, while I was there. So I was like, I was so happy. Like, I was like trying to hold back. I didn't want them like looking at me all weird, because I know this is gonna be fucking great.
Were you faded on?
No, not at all.
Because I can imagine you in there like smiling.
Yeah, no, but I was just like, you know, when you see something like you want something legit, you know, you find it, like you just get excited, and you know, people are sitting there, you know, talking in Spanish, having conversations, and I don't know how many people own this place, work there, but there's like people, like multiple people, different people going in back into the kitchen and stuff like that, and there's 2 or 3 other people that came in and picked up orders and ordered stuff, and it was like $2 a taco, you know. So we get them. They get the salsa. They're like, "You want salsa?" I'm like, "You know, of course." You know, I was like, "You know, thank you," and all. They're like, "Oh, you know, thanks." And you know, we get home, we sit down, I get all these, and I tell JPEGs all of this. She's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I'm like, when I was there, I like tried to do like a quick Snapchat video, but you're in such close quarters, you know, it like looks weird. So like, I tried to do one, but I was like, "Nah, that's gonna be like, you know, too weird." I think maybe I just took like a picture of something. I looked maybe that I was like, "Look, oh, this is pretty cool." Like I said out loud, like, "Oh, this looks pretty. I'm gonna take a good thing," you know. I did all like trying to get this because I think I love it so much, you know. And so then I texted her. I was like, "Next time we come, you either coming in with me or you're going. You have to see this place. It's so fucking sweet." And we get back and you know, we set out all the tacos and put the salsa on. Best fucking tacos I've ever had, of course. So next time you and Cameron are down, I want you to go in there with me so you can fucking see this place. But I just love that there's a place like that there. You know, that it's that legit, and they have all of this, and the food's fucking, you know, fantastic. So I just, when I walked in there, I for whatever reason, I'm like, Spicy would fucking love this type of thing because I know where your station's at, like in the town that you're in, and you're like
surrounded by it.
Yeah, exactly. So
I love it.
But yeah, just to see that, and the fact that they sent like, you know, the little girl over, and I just remember laughing to myself because I know she's like 13, 14, but yeah, like I said, she definitely looks 40.
And dude, kids. We use kids to translate all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll go to houses where there's a shit ton of people in there, different generations, and then he's got some 8-year-old and like, "Hey kid, you know, you speak." We've had neighbor kids like, "Hey, can you translate for us?" Right. And the kids are always, you know.
And it's probably fun for them too, you know. I mean, like working with the fire department or something. I would think.
It depends on the call.
Yeah.
You know, if it's just somebody who's sick, then it's great. But if it's like something like this person's dying,
right.
But that we have to know, like, what medications are there? What did they take? Did ask them if they take any narcotics? What, you know?
Right.
We're not the cops. We don't care. We need to know.
Right.
You know, so sometimes it's more intense, but the kids are always happy to help. Yeah. And we give them stickers. That's my favorite thing. I give out stickers all the time.
I wonder how many kids have maybe helped out with that now that that's what they want to do. They want to become a firefighter. I bet that's fucking awesome though.
Yeah, I love the kids. No, I don't want to get too much into it because I could talk about this for an hour. But I love the kids, and some of the parts of town that we're in, it's almost like some of these kids don't have a chance. Yeah, you know what I mean. Some of the conditions that they're living in, and some of the places that they're living in, it's really sad. So I always wave at the kids. I give out stickers when we go to the store, like all that stuff. Right, the kids are everything.
Yeah, so. Dude, that's fucking awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you that. So next time when you guys come down, we're definitely going, even if it's just to get a taco.
Hell yeah! Hey, what's the name of this joint?
I don't remember. Son of a bitch. I know. Even I knew it at one point, but I've only been there the one time.
It doesn't matter. You know where it's at.
So yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly where it's at. So yeah, and it's like I said, it's when I first walked in, it's so small. I mean, no joke. I want to say it's people who are listening can't say, but it's. Like, I mean, from here, maybe like halfway to the couch, like back, and like that's it. I mean, that's the kitchen and everything, and it's fucking awesome.
Shit, man, I'm getting hungry now, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, me neither. So, but yeah, dude, that's great, man. It's fucking great topics.
Absolutely,
you know, today I know we've been wanting to talk about like the comedy and the shows and stuff. Yeah, and we've been waiting. Is there anything else before we do our shouts out and fuck yous? Or?
No, I did want to. Right before the podcast, you were on Twitter. And you showed me Kanye's new.
Oh yeah,
I want you to. You have to.
Yeah, so you know how you can like change your user, not your Twitter handle, but like what your name says.
Yeah.
And so his currently that I just saw, it's Kanye West in all cap. All this is in all caps. It's Kanye West, MAGA, United States flag emoji. So Kanye West, MAGA, U.S. flag emoji, and I was like, no fucking way. And I didn't know if you had seen it yet or not. And you're like, oh, yeah, I believe those were your words. I go, dude. Wait till you fucking see this. You're like, no fucking way. So that's fucking great. He's getting prepped to launch that album, man. That's fucking great. Again, you guys, we're Nasty and Friends. All keep sending your questions. Don't need to beat a dead horse for that. But do you want to pop off with your shouts out, Funkies? Do you want me to go? Or
I've been going first.
Okay, yeah. So I want to give some shouts out to Cam for sure. Like we don't probably say it enough, but she really is what keeps this podcast rolling. Like she's always like getting us food. You guys need anything?
Yeah.
Getting us ice because. We didn't go into that, but we're ice whores. We love so much ice. We always drain the ice in BDC Studios, wherever that's at.
Plus, we're tearing apart BDC Studios. We got food. We got people drinking Zima. We got guests.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure that's not how she wants to spend some of her weekends, taking care of a bunch of drunk fucks doing a podcast. But she doesn't complain about it. And she's amazing.
Yeah, but that shouts out from would have been like 2 weeks ago for Tower checking that second Zima. Fucking weird as shit. It still fucking just cracks me up. Oh, you guys aren't drinking a second one? No, we're not. I think he secretly likes it, but doesn't want to say anything. And I know that fuck's listening. So shouts out to you, buddy. Shouts out to Spicy Motherfucking Brown, of course. We've said it before we started podcasting. We're glad that we still do this. It's great to get together and just BS and talk. Shut our phones off and talk for 3+ hours most of the time. Shouts out to Gotham because again, it's the best show on fucking TV. Can't wait. I only have one fuck you. It's from a story that you told, but fuck people who have Hep C and fucking throw the blood out there for other people. Like, listen, I know you may hate your life and stuff, but there's still other people in the world. Try to think about that. If you're listening, don't kill yourself either. Like, call somebody, talk to somebody. But that's all I got, man.
Oh man, those are great. Those are all really good. Yeah. Mine aren't as good, but I'll give you what I got. I want to say shouts out to Krayshawn.
Yo, hell yeah. Bumpin'.
I reached out to her on Twitter, asked her when we can expect Bumpin' Part 2. No response yet, so hopefully she's working on it.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated. Maybe that's why she hasn't responded. She's like, oh, I'm working on it. How does he know? Yeah, for sure.
Shouts out to Volcanic Peppers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Last night, we cracked open the jelly, the habanero jelly. We had that over cream cheese, and we had some wheat thins with that. Bomb. Volcanic Peppers, it's what's up. Shouts out to Kanye for giving 0 fucks.
100%.
Shouts out to Spencer for letting me use HBO, and hopefully he's enjoying Hulu. I have not, and I promised him I'd do it. I have not checked out the Silicon Valley show.
Yeah. He was asking me if you started it. I said we haven't talked about it. So
that
was a part of your arrangement, if I remember right.
It's part of the arrangement, and I started like 10 minutes in, and then I had to do something. And the reason is because it's something I have to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
And I've just been busy, man.
Yeah.
So I want to have a time where I have like my last set of days off, like doing stuff. This said, I got Big Ten championship. I'm working like a fucking 17-hour day there. And then I got work for 24 hours. And then I worked the Big Ten for baseball. And this had already happened probably by the time people hear this. But I need a set of 6 days off where I don't have military or other stuff going on, where I could sit down and start watching it. Because I know I can't just watch 45 minutes and then wait a week and watch the second episode. I want to commit to this, so I could give it my full attention. I can't. I know that's not going to be something. I can watch.
But you're always a man of your word. You'll get to it. There's no doubt.
I'll get to it for sure. But yeah, shouts out Spencer. Shouts out Tower again. Yeah, the double Zima night, epic. Nobody's ever done that on this podcast ever. And then fuck you, Netflix.
I knew that was gonna be on there.
Like, I love you, but I hate you.
Right.
You're killing it. No commercials. You got full seasons of TV shows. You're killing it with the stand-up comedy game.
The material itself is fucking phenomenal. The shows are great.
Yes. Just fix the auto-played trailer bullshit.
It's just like one little thing. You're like, no, fuck you. I need it my way.
Get Always Sunny back on there, and then maybe get back to the 5 stars. Go 10 stars.
Yeah.
Let's be real about it.
Yeah.
So that's all I have, brother.
Dude, that's fucking great. Yeah, so I don't know, at this point, it's our last podcast. Hopefully not for a while. Hopefully we'll be able to get back together and keep things rolling. If not, we'll be back when we're back, guys. We know a lot of people who listen to it love it. They enjoy it. We appreciate it. Keep sending us in those questions. We're going to need it. And yeah, I mean, would you rathers, any questions about life, knowing you fucks, it'll probably be sexual, which we talked, even, like I said, after the podcast last week, we kept talking about it. Not a lot of people like to talk about sex. Not a lot of people like to talk about, masturbation,
right.
Shit like that. That's what we're here. We're here to change the world one podcast at a time.
Yeah. And you can't blame them for coming to us with sex questions because we're sex experts.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with that said, remember, life is simple. Don't be a dick. Night sluts. I almost forgot that saying. Motherfucker, yeah!